Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for waking up with Bunny. For those of you who sat here wondering where in the world I was yesterday morning, I was busy sleeping. And I apologize. I slept right through my alarm clock yesterday. Actually, I slept through 3 alarm clocks yesterday. So I apologize. If you have not been over to my website in a bit, I would love to invite you to check it out. It is pretty awesome. I've added some new products. I've added some new good ways to reach me. So please check that out. myplayboysbunny.com. Now, I've got my coffee. I've got the internet. I've got you guys. I've got Balancer telling me it's all good. Everybody sleeps through their alarm sometimes. And also, like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you love to wake up with Bunny, invite more people to the party if you like to. The more the merrier, right? We are going to head on over to Twitter this morning, X, and we are going to check out what is going on in the interwebs. We're going to see what the latest happenings are. I don't know why I ever choose this coffee mug, even though I love it, because it's also like, it's not more coffee, but it's like filled to the brim, and it makes me very nervous that I'm going to spill. So I'm not sure why I ever choose this one for my first cup with you guys. Say hi to every attractive girl you see. And I would say hi to every unattractive girl you see. Although, let's face it, they're essentially invisible to you. But say hi to people. Say hello to everyone you see, and make sure that you are comfortable being social and having just social norms with the people that you see all the time. It will go a long way in your winning in the end, and you're winning when you feel completely comfortable talking to the girls that you are really turned on by when it really matters. I have talked about this account so many times, but guys, if you don't follow Bronze Moto, I think it's a freaking awesome account. They always show like dirt bike, action shots that are really solid, alongside like deep philosophical messages. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The next century will require men with the fortitude to let entire continents starve for love of their own people. I love it. Nick August, he sent out an email yesterday that was solid. Millennials expect a participation trophy just for raising their kids. Gen X just hope the TV dinners with the shitty dessert weren't on sale when mom went to the store. That's why we smoked and stole beer out of our neighbor's garage refrigerators. Good luck with travel ball. It is a lot. It is a lot. I mean, we had 5 kids in the house whenever I was in that stage of life, when I was in full-time mom mode. And we had a rule that one activity per kid at a time, period. It's just something that is so critical to your health and well-being, and to keeping the kids from getting completely run down. It's as much about the family as about just their health and well-being. Let's see. What do you think about my captain? Oh my God, that's awesome. That is classic with a side of classic. Oh my gosh. That's pretty fun. Women equals less lonely single. All right. Bro meal, slow cooked beef shoulder, white rice, eggs. That looks really good. God bless him. You know, I love AJ Cortez like a zillion, but he doesn't take as good a food photos as oh, what is that guy's name? I always talk about his steak and egg pictures and avocado. They look so good. Let's see. Treat her like a cum dumpster. Deep down, that's what she really wants. A client of mine talks about how conflicted she is over the fact that she always orgasmed with an abusive partner and can't get there with the good man she's with now. Reconciling erotic fantasy and arousal is a passion of mine as a therapist. Can you relate? It's 1000% true. The less that you are concerned with pleasing her sexually, oftentimes the more sexually aroused she is. So the more that this goes back to just keeping control of the situation, taking sexual control, taking a leadership role in sex, doing what you want to do, using the positions that you want to be in, and fucking her like it's her last fuck and yours will actually give her more pleasure. The more you worry and concern yourself, have you come yet? Are you coming? Did you come? Did you enjoy it? All of this kind of stuff just rings of neediness, and it is not a turn on for women. So if you want to turn women on, you think first about your own sexual pleasure, and in turn, she will get turned on. It's this conundrum that too many males cannot seem to wrap their heads around. But it's absolutely true. If you will enjoy yourself thoroughly and enjoy her thoroughly, she will enjoy herself thoroughly. There's a lot to unpack. Chicks fall in love with men who hit them all the time. It's the dirtiest little secret about female psychology that feminists also try desperately to keep hidden from public consciousness. That's a lot to unpack. Ryan said that too. That I would actually be interested in hearing. I might try and pop on Ryan's show this morning that he's going to talk about this. You know, women truly do love aggressive men. We love men who aren't afraid. That's the bottom line, is that men who are afraid are unattractive. Women who are aggressive are attractive. Men who go after what they want are attractive. Balancer, I think he's actually talking about like physical hitting, not hitting on. Yeah, this is why I'm approaching with caution. I'm not suggesting you guys walk around hitting everyone that you are dating. But there is something about the aggressive man that turns women on, that wets panties, and that excites the senses. And when her senses are excited, she is sexually aroused. She's sexually excited. So I think that is where this is coming from. But if you guys are around to tune into his, I don't know what show would be this morning. I guess it would be like Red Morning. Anyway, if you guys are around to tune into Ryan's show this morning, I think that would probably be a really good discussion to check out, is talking about why chicks fall in love with guys who are abusive. I mean, that's just the best way to put it. Let's see. Blah, la, 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 la. Oh. I didn't realize I was going through his comment section. Let's see. Guess what country she is from. I don't know, but she's stunning. And smiling, which actually always surprises me when even in, pageantry settings, even in, red carpet settings, it always shocks me when the women are not smiling. All women are more attractive. All women are more attractive when they're smiling. There are very few that are attractive when they're not smiling, and not more attractive when they are. So I love it. She is lovely. Lovely. Oh my. Anthony Anderson will pay his ex-wife $20,000 a month in spousal support and will have to pay an additional 20% of his income if his gross annual earnings go over $2 million. But here's my question. If they got married and she didn't have a job, she didn't have a career of her own, and I don't know anything about their story. If she was raising their children, then the amount is actually concurrent to what she would be spending as her budget within the household also. So it's just, I think there's a lot of things that get lost in perspective, because in perspective, $20,000 a month, it's a chunk of change, but will he notice it, or will he go, well, that was what was already going to the expenses that she, covered, from decorating to her home, to her clothing, to, making sure her hair was on point, things of that nature. Because this is for spousal support. This doesn't even talk about its child support. I'd like to dig into that. I'd like to find a little bit more about this situation. I might have to dig into that a little bit. Let's see. Oh my gosh. If your CPA is a Democrat, let's see. What? This is how I figured out the ultrasound pic a chick sent me was from a year prior, and she was lying. But that's a story for another day. Ooh, I kind of want to have Stephen Story back on my bunny interviews just to hear this story. Oh my gosh, let's see about this. Be mindful when sending pics from your house to people. They can get your address like this. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and you can have the location sharing setting turned off. Wow. Let's see what this says. Oh, I stopped on an ad. My goodness. I'd say that the internet is not giving me what I want this morning. Oh. No cliffhanger. Yeah, seriously. This is what we're running into right now. No cliffhangers to start the weekend. We got nothing going on. You know what? No news is sometimes good news. Let's go to my likes and see if it gets exciting. I don't recall what all I've liked lately. Yeah, participation trophy. Say hi to every girl. Be an unrepentant womanizer. She'll love you more for it. This is so true, and I love that this guy retweeted this and said, nailed it, because when you are with a man who is unafraid to speak to everyone and to flirt with other women to a certain extent in front of you, it is actually an attractive quality, because that is someone who knows he has options, and it keeps you as a woman on your toes to, make no mistake, girls get upset about it all the time, but they get upset about it because they know that means they have to do the work. And that's the bottom line. Girls want to do the work for a man that they are attracted to, but they absolutely are still going to throw a little temper tantrum about it every once in a while. That's par for the course. Understand that's coming. Do not allow that to change your behavior. Before sex, you chase. After sex, she chases. You get those girls locked in on you, and then you don't have to do the heavy lifting anymore. You don't have to do as much of the groundwork. You get to enjoy her chasing you, her reaching out to you more, her texting you, her sending you sexy pictures. All of these things come after she is locked in on you. And by doing so, you are able to sit back, enjoy a little bit, and know that the fruits of the last 2 weeks of planning, because oftentimes for men, it takes about 2 weeks to get a new girl from stranger to in your bed. You have to meet her at a social event. You have to swipe on her picture. You have to see her, out in the real world, or meet her out at a bar. And then you have to get to talk to her. You have to gain a little bit of camaraderie. You have to decide whether you want to take her out. You have to decide if you guys get along well enough to kind of attract you, and that she seems receptive to being attracted to you. Then, you talk a second, you plan the date, you get to the date. So all told, it could be, if you're swiping left and right on the apps, or doing social media game where you're jumping into girls' DMs, or, playing that long gym game, it can take weeks. Women just have to be available. So it's easier for us. It gets harder for us once we want to keep you interested and keep you excited about us once you've fucked us, because women know that oftentimes there could be as much of a likelihood that you're having sex with us just to have sex with us, and just to check that off your list and go on about your business. So whenever women have sex with you, we understand that it's a very real possibility and a very real fear of ours that we're never going to hear from you again, because you just wanted the sexual conquest. But that's why the table gets turned and we start chasing you. Women start chasing once the sex happens. Let's see. What is the average number of dates it takes for Playboy to get a girl in bed? He has a 1 and 2 date system. Worth Playboy does, that he has actually written about, and it's your dating system, and it's very good. It talks about the steps you take for both the 1 and the 2 date system. And I'm going to pull up the and he said that he has said that over the years that very few of his dates actually went to a 2 date. It was kind of like for more of a reason that it would have gone to a 2 date before fucking, and not a single date. I'm looking for the book that I want to share with you, so you have it. So in case anyone needs it, you can grab it. Build your dating system. It's really solid, and it gives a lot of great stranger to in your bed, step-by-step kind of instructions. So I want you to check it out if that's something that is of interest to you. Let's see. What else? I'm actually really glad this came up. So when a girl goes out with girlfriends, I have not talked about girls' night out in a while, but I am generally pretty opposed to them. There are a lot of tells that you can kind of dial in, though, as to whether a girl is going out with the intent of getting male attention or female attention. You can tell by how she's dressing. You can tell by if you can contact her, if she's going back and forth with you on the phone, even in the middle of dinner or drinks with girlfriends. A girl who is interested in you and is really locked in on you will be making sure that throughout the night she's checking in on you. She's sending you sexy selfies from the bathroom. She's showing you like where she is. She'll send you a selfie, from the restaurant, from the bar or whatever, so that you are aware of where she is, who she's with, what she's doing, and that you are top of mind to her. These are incredibly critical elements. And I also want to add that even though this girl is gorgeous, this girl in this video is absolutely gorgeous and probably looks great no matter what she's wearing, she's not dressed provocatively. So she's not dressed in an overly sexualized manner to go out with friends. This is a good, not trying to get male attention. Now, she still will because she's lovely. But the fact that she doesn't dress provocatively to go out with friends, the fact that she stays in contact with you, and that's not to say that you need to be like calling her during her girls' dates, things like that, because that does get a little distracting and kind of annoying to everyone at the table. It's rude, it's bad manners to be talking on the phone when you're at a table or in that kind of scenario with other people, whether they're girlfriends, whether it's a business call, or whether she's out with you. However, a girl will often make sure that she's thinking about you. She'll text under the table. She'll go to the restroom to text. She'll make sure that she contacts you while she's out with girlfriends, even if it's just an hour or so, and it's not like an all-night event. She will keep in touch with you because she wants to be at the forefront of your mind, and she wants you to know that you're at the forefront of hers. These are important elements. Guys, remember, alcohol is sex fuel. There are guys who want to go through a quick meet and fuck rotation, but it's very difficult to do without you giving her a little bit of plausible deniability that comes with alcohol. Just a little bit. It doesn't take her getting blackout drunk. In fact, that actually works against you and wouldn't be morally, anything but morally repressive also. But if you will serve drinks, if you will meet for drinks, if you will make sure that she has a little bit of alcohol to relax her a little bit and to take the jitters away. She's nervous, you're nervous. First dates are nerve-wracking. Even if you are pretty outcome independent, if you don't think you're going to like this girl, or if you're not really sure that she's going to really do it for you, alcohol goes a long way in making sure that you're getting kind of a good side of her, one that's relaxed, one that's more playful, one that's more relaxed, and one that's more sexually open. So a lot goes into going for drinks as a first date. It's the best first date to go on for adults who are of legal age, who do not have a drinking problem, who are not, alcoholics and have, a true reason to avoid alcohol. But it's a grown-up thing to do, and it allows her to be more relaxed around you, and it turns her on. alcohol automatically makes people hornier. It's just the way it works. So if you're the one in front of her, oftentimes you're going to get her best alcohol-induced horniness right there in the real world, and it will be a ton of fun. Now, if you have a question to submit to any of our shows, I want you to, I'm sorry, I'm like shedding, I don't know, I feel a hair, it's driving me crazy. Go to myplayboysbunny.com/men and you will see my options for submitting a question for Q&A. Click on that, and then we will do entire podcasts about things that you submit. We will do, I can do the Bunny Show live on Sunday mornings. There are all kinds of ways to play whenever you submit a question for Q&A. So I would like to encourage you to do that. Go to myplayboysbunny.com/men and you can submit a question for Q&A. Whew. You know, I hate to complain that there's not a lot going on the internet today, because kind of like when it's a slow news day, sometimes that can be good. Sometimes that could mean that, you know, the trauma is at a minimum right now, and that life is going pretty smoothly for people. So I will take it. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Thank you for having morning coffee or whatever your wake up beverage of choice is. And I appreciate you tuning in on a Saturday morning. I will see you tomorrow morning, Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the Bunny Show Live. We're going to talk about women and sexuality, two of my favorite topics. And then I will see you right here again on Monday morning at 7 Central Standard Time for another edition of Wake Up with Bunny. As Balancer says, have a good weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. And I would love it if you would check out my website whenever you get a chance, because I'm always adding new things. myplayboysbunny.com. Go lift heavy things, go have some hot sex, and go be productive. Accomplish something. These are the keys to winning the day.